Have you ever wanted to paint a relaxing beach scene, but you felt overwhelmed and didn't really know how to do it or where to begin or what kind of supplies that you needed? Well, if that is your problem, then I have the solution. So I am going to teach you step by step today how to paint a beach scene on a canvas. Now, this beach scene is full of pretty cool colors and a nice sandy beach with a couple of, I don't know whether you can see them or not, but a couple of Adirondack chairs in the foreground. So I have everything. I will teach you how to do this step by step, so don't worry. And if you're ever wondering if you feel like yours is not exactly perfect or doesn't look like mine, don't worry. Let's just trust the process, and we're going to do this together. Okay, so hi, welcome. If you're new here, I'd like to tell you welcome. And if you are one of my returning subscribers, welcome back. We're going to be painting a beach scene today. You know, it's summer and it's the perfect time to start painting painting for summer things. So, and one of my favorite vacation spots is going someplace to a beach. Now my husband and I went a couple of years ago. We went to Port Aransas here in Texas, and we had a lot of fun. It was just one of those nice vacations where we just sat in our, chairs and looked at the beautiful scenery and listened to the sounds of the ocean. And so you will get that kind of feeling in this painting today. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to tell you what you will need. Before we get started, I meant to say, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out if I have people to subscribe. So if you would subscribe and also hit the bell notification so you'll always know when I'm going to upload another video. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what the supplies that you need for this project. So first of all, you will need a canvas. This is an 11 by 14 canvas, and you can pick up those anywhere. You can get them at Michael's, you can get them at Hobby Lobby, even at Walmart, or even if you shop on Amazon, you can even get them on Amazon. So it's just 11 by 14, and make sure that when you search for the canvas that you put that you want a stretch canvas. Okay, so all right, so here are your supplies, your canvas, and now I'm going to tell you about the colors that you will need. Now I am using Deco Art, but you do not have to use that particular brand. You can use any brand that you want to. Hobby Lobby's Crafter's Choice, Michael's brand name. I'm not sure exactly what their brand name is called, but anyway, you can use their brand. You can use Folk Art. You could use Apple Barrel. You can find those at Walmart. Okay, but here are the colors. And you don't even have to use the exact colors either. You can use something that is very similar to these colors. Okay, the first color is titanium white. Okay, titanium white, turquoise blue, Prussian blue, buttermilk, fawn, Hauser medium green, Sabel brown or raw sienna, And black is optional, but if you want to use black, you can do black. Okay, also the brushes that you will need. And that's another thing, you can get these from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or even Walmart if you want. The brushes you'll need is a 1-inch flat brush like this. Also a medium round brush. This is it right here. And also this little skinny brush is called a detail brush. Okay, so you only need 3. Those are the basic things that you need. Okay, you also will need some kind of a palette. I use a paper plate. You will also need maybe paper towels, or what I use to wipe off my brush, I just use a shop rag, or you could also use any kind of a rag that you need to use. Okay. Okay, also a cup of water to rinse your brushes out. Okay, so that is pretty much all that you need. All right. Okay, so we will get started painting, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my camera to a different position so that you'll be able to see me as I am painting. Okay. All right, so meet me over there. We'll get started in just a little bit. All right, meet you there. Okay, so here we are with our canvas, and now I have my paints on my paint palette. So first of all, we're going to start with the sky. Now we're going to take our 1-inch flat brush here, and we're going to take some of the white on our palette, and I should have wet my brush first, but anyway, okay. So we're going to take just a little bit of the white on our brush, and we're going to, now I have already pre-traced some Adirondack chairs. So if you can just do a search for some Adirondack chairs and then use some, print it out on your printer and then trace it with some graphite paper. So that's what I did. First of all, you're going to see right about here will be our horizon. We're going to say that it's going to be right about here. So we're just going to draw a line with our brush, and this part up here, the top part is going to be our sky, and down below is going to be our ocean. So we're going to do the sky part first and just go back and forth with sweeping motions just like this. Okay, now the next thing is you want to get a little bit of this turquoise blue on your brush, and you want to go right on top of that line that you drew for your sky. Now you can go back into your cup of water every so often, get it wet, and it will make blending these two colors a whole lot easier. So we're going to go back and forth, okay, with the white and the blue. Okay, so just kind of back and forth, and we're going to blend it nice and easy. Okay, now I may have done a similar video about blending some colors, so you might look for that. I will probably link that above. Okay, so just keep on going back and forth with either blue or white. Now it should be a little bit lighter up here at the top than it is down here at this horizon line. And if you get it a little bit too dark, like I think mine is a little bit too dark, just go back in with some white and blend that back in. It's always best to blend acrylic paints when it's wet. So when it's wet, it's always better to do that. Okay? All right. All right. When you think you have it about the way you want it, then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, and I think it's just about the way I want it here. Okay, now the next step is we're going to start doing the ocean. So the ocean will be about right here is the ocean. Now we're not even going to rinse our brush. So we're going to take some of this color, this dark blue. I'll show you. This dark blue right here is the Prussian blue. We're going to take a little bit of that and maybe even mix it in a little bit with this turquoise blue. Okay? And we're going to go right under this skyline. And this is going to be our ocean. Okay? Now, don't worry if it's not completely straight, because you do know that it's ocean, and the ocean waves, it's not completely straight, so you don't have to worry that this line that you're doing is kind of wiggly. It's perfect if you've got a little bit of a wiggly hand, that's okay. All right. And through all this, don't worry if yours is not looking exactly like mine. That's okay, because each one of my paintings don't look like the other. Okay, so we're going to just keep on going with this blue, and we're going to blend the lighter blue in with the dark blue here for the ocean. We're going to go about down to about right here, okay, with our blues where our ocean is. And now when it gets closer to where our beach is going to meet, we want to make this a little bit lighter right here. Okay? So the water, where the water meets the beach, we want this to be a little bit lighter. So we're going to go in just like this. Getting just a little bit more of that white in there. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm also going to get, it's called mermaid tail, but it's a kind of a really greenish turquoise. I'm going to go in right around there and go in with that. And then do some more white. I need it a little bit lighter. Okay, now I am going to actually do a little bit of waves here with my different blues. I'm just taking my brush and I'm just kind of flicking it a little bit like this. Okay, going in with this dark blue. We kind of want the illusion that we've got some waves going on. And go in with some white. And another thing, doing something like this, it gives the painting a lot of texture too. That always makes your painting look a little bit more interesting. Okay, now we're going to rinse our brush. So go ahead, if you If you're painting along with me, then it's time for you to rinse your brush. Okay, now I want to dry this right here. It's still kind of wet, so I want to get this dry. And then we're going to go on to our next step, which is doing the beach scene. Okay. All right. Now for our sandy colors, we're going to be using a mixture of buttermilk. This is kind of a creamy color. And a tan, which is called Fawn. Okay? It's just kind of a light tan. So we're going to use a mixture of those two. Okay. Now, you want to get your brush, wipe your brush off really good after you rinse it. Try to get most of that stuff off. Okay. Now, we're going to go in with this brown tan under our, right under our ocean. Okay. And you can just try to paint around these chairs. Now, when you get to some spots where it's a little bit tight in where the chairs are, you can switch to a different brush. Okay. So I'm going to switch to my medium round brush here in a bit because I'm getting into some areas that are a little bit tight here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use my medium round brush. This is this one. Okay, and I'm going to go in and get in those places where that is just a little harder with the bigger brush. I'm also going to take some of this Fawn and just not mix it with the other color, just to under these chairs where the chairs are sitting, to make it look like there's kind of a shadow there, just to go in with just the Fawn and not mix it with the Buttermilk, just because I want that to look like there's a shadow. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to work on this transition from the beach to the ocean. I'm going to just go in with some white along here. And then I'll take my big brush again and this blue and the white, and we're going to make it look like there's more waves. I can even do some things like this. Just kind of pounce your brush on there, add some of the blue. You might even want to get some of this greenish blue. Just kind of pounce it along there to make it look like, you know how waves are crashing onto the beach? Make it look like that. Get some white. Okay, get some of this blue. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to dry it again. Get all this dry. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take white and I'm going to paint these chairs white. Even though the canvas is white, still going to paint these chairs white. Now we can still sort of see the lines there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some black. I forgot to say that we'll need some black paint. I thought it was going to be optional, but I really don't think it will be, since we kind of need that for to outline these chairs. Like I said, you can still see the lines of this chair, even though I've got the white on here. I think you can still see that. All right. And I will have in the description area, I will have all the supplies listed, what you will need to have. I'll have that all listed in the description area. So don't worry if you didn't get exactly what they are. So I'll have them listed there. Okay. All right, I think that's about it. Okay. Now I'm going to dry this right here. I'm going to dry it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make some vegetation coming around these chairs. Like seagrass and stuff like that. Just a little bit of vegetation, okay? All right, now I am using this medium green, Hauser Medium Green. Going to use that along with a little, let's see, a little bit of raw sienna, okay? Just a little bit. All right, and I'm going to use my, I may go between either using my medium round and my small detail brush to do the vegetation, okay? So in between those two. Okay, so how you're going to do that is you're going to just take your brush and you're just going to flick it up. And I don't know, that I didn't shake that up good enough. It was really, really watery. So I'm going to shake it up a little bit more
better and do that. Yeah, it was just too watery. Did not like that a bit. Okay. That was just a little too watery. Okay, you're going to take your brush and you're going to just kind of flick it up like that. And I'm going to take some of this brown and I'm going to go kind of behind it. You can do the vegetation in different areas on the painting. Here's one. Okay. And now, if we want to, we can take our little brush, this one, and we can do some light. Here we go. And we're going to do it up here, like, let's see. Like there's some, seagrass up here. Okay. Right here too. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Now, the next thing, and I think the next thing that we will do, can take our medium round brush again. I'm going to put some more white on my palette because I'm running out. With some white, we're going to make some clouds up here. So let's just take our brush and just do like this to make some nice fluffy clouds. And we'll do another one somewhere over here. And we can kind of think in threes. So we're going to balance it out, we're going to do about 3. Okay. All right. Looks good. A little bit in there. Maybe just a little bit right in there. Okay. Now, we're going to take our little brush and in the white, we're going to go in and we're going to just make some M's for some seagulls. Okay, all right. There we go. Now, using this same brush, we're going to take some black and we're going to outline these chairs. And if your black is too thick, you can always add a little bit of water to it to make it thinner. Okay, all right. Now, if this worries you about doing a lining with a brush, then you can always use a paint pen. You want to do that. And if you can take your brush and just twirl it against that'll keep the bristles together. Sometimes also it's the type of brush that you have, and I think mine probably needs to be replaced. I'm going to go and see if I can get a different brush, because that one okay. Let me see if this one's any better than that one. It just seems like that one is just, the bristles don't want to hold together. Yeah, I think this one is better. I think the bristles on that one was really getting worn out. Sometimes I've had these brushes for quite some time, and they've been used over the years since I've been doing paint parties. They've really been used quite a bit, so sometimes the bristles just get worn out. So if yours is doing something like similar to that, you might just want to get a new brush. Go down to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or someplace and just go and get you a new brush, because sometimes those bristles just wear out. And you can see, I mean, mine doesn't look perfect. So don't worry if yours doesn't look perfect, because I guarantee you mine doesn't look perfect at all. It just doesn't. But it's okay, because you know what? We're having fun. We're having fun with this, okay? This is supposed to be relaxing. It's not supposed to be, you know, it's not supposed to be stressful. Painting is supposed to relax you, so okay. Right in here. Okay. All right. Now, I think that's pretty much it. Now, if you wanted to add any more details to yours, you are welcome to do that. But I think that what we've got is about it. Okay.
I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial about painting a beach scene, and hopefully you'll get out there and paint your own. So if you do, please drop it in the comments below, and like I said, make sure that you like this video and give me a thumbs up, and also hit the bell notification. Okay, so now here it is finished. Okay, I think it turned out pretty good. What do you think? Yeah, and don't worry, like I said, if yours does not come out, if it's not perfect, it's okay. Just trust the process and have fun with it, and maybe sometime you'll want to paint your own beach scene too. All right, until next time, I will see you. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I just kind of figure that out day by day. But anyway, okay, bye.